Hi everyone, today we are going to make some carnivore bagels with 4 ingredients. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas that have helped me to lose about 140 pounds. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you check out some of those other videos. Returning viewers, welcome back. I really hope you like today's video. Okay, everybody, today we're going to make some carnivore bagels. It's actually 5 ingredients. I misspoke and said 4, but it's 5. But they're very minimal ingredients, as you're about to find out, and clean too, for the most part. So let's go over what is in the carnivore bagels. First, I'm going to just show you my little pan that I'm going to make them in. We have a pound of cooked ground beef here. I made them a few days ago with ground pork, and that worked okay. I am sure ground chicken or lamb, any other type of meat that you like, and even any cooked meat should probably work if you have a good blender. There are going to be eggs. 4 large eggs will be going into here, some baking powder, and some flour. This is Carnivore Crisp meat flour, the beef. You can again use, their chicken or their organ meat flour. You can also make your own meat flour. There's a lot of videos out there that show you how to make this if you cannot get this, so don't despair. And you could also use pork rind, the panko. I keep wanting to say pork rind flour, but it's like panko ground pork rinds. You can certainly use that. I would use more. I would use double the amount. I would use 4 tablespoons instead of the 2 tablespoons I'm going to use. And a tablespoon of gelatin powder. Now, I tried the gelatin powder because I saw Maria Emmerich make her bagels with gelatin powder, and I thought, I wonder what that does. So I'm going to use this today and see about the texture. I kind of think maybe, because the meat bread that I made previously using all these ingredients turned out pretty good. I'm not sure how necessary this one is, but I thought I'd give it a try. And then season to taste. I'm not even going to count that as an ingredient because many people leave it out. I'm going to add in some Redmond salt. You could add in other things like caraway seeds, poppy seeds on the top of the bagels, bacon bits, whatever. Before we get started on making these carnivore bagels, I want to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Element. Element is a very delicious electrolyte drink without any junk ingredients. It contains a science-backed formula of 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. I personally use it to balance my electrolytes. The hotter and sweatier it is out there, the more I seem to need right now. I'm averaging 2 a day currently, where normally I've been having 1 a day. You can drink it hot, you can drink it cold, you can make Element popsicles or electrolyte gummies, so use it in recipes. Right now, Element is offering to my viewers a link to obtain this 8 flavor packet. You will get this free with any purchase from their website. It contains all 8 of their very delicious flavors. You can share this with a friend or use it to decide which one of the flavors is the most delicious for you. To get that free sample pack, go to their website, which will be linked down below and on the screen. It's drinkelement.com/ketogenicwoman. That's DRINKLMNT.com/Ketogenic Woman. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so we're going to start with making the batter for the bagels. You do need a blender with a little bit of guts to it. You could do it with a Magic Bullet or some blender like that, but you'd probably have to do half the recipe and then the other half, I'm thinking. So I did pre-cook this ground of beef and scooped it out with a slotted spoon so that the fat was left in the pan and drained it. And that's just to make the bagels less greasy. Like I wanted it to be a very bread-like texture. So I'm going to put those ground beef pieces in here. And we're going to do 4 large eggs. And 2 tablespoons of Carnivore crisp flour. If you make your own, 2 tablespoons should do it. If you're using something else, you might have to experiment. Like I would, if you're using pork rinds, I would use at least 4 tablespoons. Those are 2 other options. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of baking powder. And I'm going to try Maria's method of using a tablespoon of gelatin. I don't know if she actually used a full tablespoon, but I'm thinking I will. And I am going to put in some salt here. This is Redmond's real salt. I'm putting in a big pinch or 2. Going to blend it. It doesn't take long and it gets really thick. My blender stops when it feels like it's blended enough. And I'm going to go medium. It took about 36 seconds. So let me just take a look at it. Yeah, it looks pretty smooth. I mean, there's nothing precise about these recipes, you know, and which is one of the nice things about using recipes that are made with minimal ingredients. There's a lot of leeway most of the time with times and amounts and personal preferences. We need to scoop the batter into these molds. This will make 6 bagels. If you have a bigger, like a mold with bigger bagel, a bigger bagel mold, bigger bagel mold, bigger bagel mold.
Oh, I can't even say it.
You know what I mean, bigger bagels, like the kind you buy in the store. Obviously it's going to make less, like maybe you could get 4 bagels out of this, but they would be bigger and you could put them in your toaster. I toast mine in the air fryer because they're too tiny to put in a regular toaster. So I'm basically just trying to get as much out of there as I can and building up the bagel shape a bit here. I'm almost done. Okay, so these are ready to be baked. Now your options are, you can bake in the oven, 350, 20-25 minutes. I'm going to do it in an air fryer just because we're in the middle of an August heat wave and I don't want to be heating up the kitchen for half an hour. So the air fryer is a perfect solution for that. But if you don't have one, do it in the oven. Okay, I'm going to preheat the air fryer here. It's actually an indoor grill, but I always use the air fry option, so I call it an air fryer. But today I'm using the bake function. So we're turning it on, hitting bake, 350. I'm gonna let it go for the 25 minutes. And there it goes. So while that's warming up, I did forget to grease my little muffin wells here. This is silicone, it should be okay. I like to hedge my bets so they don't stick, but I think it'll be okay. We'll find out. Okay, so these are going to bake for 25 minutes. I'm just gonna let them go and we'll see you guys back here in the next segment when we take them out and give them a try. Okay, so it is done. Look at those bagels. I am going to let them cool for a moment. Actually, I'll get some gloves and take them out. You want to be careful taking these out because we don't want to burn our hands. Okay, so while these are cooling, and you should wait till they completely cool down before you take them out of the pan. I'll show you the ones that I made the other day. Well, the last one, I saved this. It's a lot lighter in color. This is the one that I used the ground pork to make. And ground chicken, if you use that, it would be similar to this. The darkness comes from the type of meat. So what I'm going to do is rather than wait for these to cool down, I'm just going to slice this one up and put it in the air fryer to toast, just so you can see that. And this gives me the chance to use a gift from my realtor. She gave me a bagel knife, or a spreader. It's really a spreader. Grip here to remove. Oh, that was easy. You just have to follow the instructions sometimes. So it's a pretty little knife. It's Cutco. It came from our realtor, Connie, from Royal LePage. I'll put her contact link below if there's anyone here on the island who needs a good realtor. She helped us find this house. So let's give it a try. Hi, Connie. Ooh, nice. Okay, I am going to start this up again. And this time I am going to use the air fryer basket. And the air crisp. I'm going to go for 5 minutes at 400. Actually, I'll just toast one piece and I'll eat the other piece untoasted. So my favorite is with butter and cream cheese. I get it all on there. But look at the bread-like texture. For those of you that are following a higher fat carnivore diet, this is perfect. You've got, because this is basically meat and eggs down here. And then you've got your butter or cream cheese on top. I love them. If you're looking for a change of texture, just want to add some variety to your meals, or, fool your spouse or partner into thinking they're having a bagel when you're trying to get them to be keto or carnivore, these are perfect. Okay, I'm going to see how this worked without, because I forgot to spray this or rub it with some butter or bacon fat. I'm just going to see how they come out. They're not quite cool yet. But yeah, I can see it's releasing. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a little bit more. But it's definitely going to release. There, still steaming hot. Wait for it to cool down completely, they'll come out easy. But yeah, look at that. And they will kind of settle a bit, like it looks pretty puffy right now, but as it cools, it will get a little bit thinner. I may as well put them both in there. Look at that. Okay, so they're going in the toaster. Well, air fryer. If you have a toaster that will fit these little bagels, go for it. A toaster oven could do it. Not quite sure how else. Maybe baking it on a sheet in your oven. But yeah, I just use the air fryer. Okay, our bagels are toasted, and I'm going to just take them out, put them on the plate. Be careful again with the sides here. And here we go. Okay, so you could toast them longer if you wanted them even crispier. I can tell these are going to be crispy. I'm knocking on it. It sounds crunchy. Hang on. Yeah.
Hot, hot, hot.
And again, just put what you like on them. I like butter, cream cheese. You could put a slice of cheese, smoked salmon and cream cheese, so many things. All the usual things you do with bagels, you can do with this. A bacon BLT thingy, whatever. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make carnivore bagels. I will do up some macros, have them below with a list of the ingredients. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching. You guys want to try? You want to try? Oh, good boy. Good girl. Good girl. Good boy. Yummy.
Oh, action? Sorry. Hang on. I may have miscounted the ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I like to hedge my bets so they don't stick, but I think it'll be okay. Oops, I left the air fry tray in there.